Okay, in this class that you're about to listen to, I'm going to be talking about how to handle indiscipline, grievances, frictions, moral failures in your music team. I'm going to share a few things, but if you want me to have a one-on-one with you or your team members or your band members, maybe you are going through some serious issues and you want me to help you out, critically, you want me to help you out in your team, please reach out to me. Let's have a one-on-one exclusive session together with your choir and with your band, and I'll be glad to help you. God bless you. Now, let's get to the class. Yeah, hello everyone. This is Tom Tush again, and you're welcome to the Music Auto Sessions. Now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about how to handle indiscipline, grievances, moral failures, and frictions in music teams and bands. Right. It's a very important topic because music teams experience a whole lot. Bands have issues happening. So this is a class that is very, very relevant. Whether you're a choir director, whether you're an artist and you have a band, you need what I'm going to be talking about and teaching on today. Now, wherever you have more than one person in a space, there is bound to be some friction. Please understand the word I'm using there, friction, because when you have more than one person in a space, there will be politics. Politics in itself is not entirely bad. It just simply means that you have two opinions. You have two people having different things they like, and so you now have to
negotiate. Who are we going to please? Who will compromise? You can see this from human relationships, whether you are someone's flatmate or in the same compound, or even in marriage relationships, right? All of these things come to play. Now, it's now extreme for a choir because you now have a choir of 10, 15, 20, 30, 100, 200 people coming from different places, different backgrounds, personalities, also coming with unique music ideas. Each person coming with their own idea of how they think a choir should run. And so how do you manage all of these things? So now let me start from the foundation. I always say that the existence of fights or indiscipline or how those things happen in a music team or in a band always depends on, number one, the leader of that team, the leader of that band. This is why everybody who is a music director, you have to be very, very careful of many, many things. Number one, you have to ensure that you don't run your team in such a way that the structures are not clear. You don't run your team on sentiment. You don't run your team on biases. You don't make it obvious to people that you have certain preferences for some people. Those are some things that cause issues in music teams. When your band members feel like, oh, you love someone specially for whatever reason, okay? Yes, there are some people that you could love in a unique way for some reasons, but you must not make it so obvious or make it so that no matter what the other people do, this person that you love will still be the one to get the privilege. Now, things like that can spark up a lot of fights in music teams. Okay, now you want to ensure that the structures are clear, that okay, for certain privileges to be enjoyed in the team, there are some things that you need to do. So people know that regardless of what it is, if I have the capacity and if I do this, then I'm sure that I will get this privilege. Not that no matter what I do, the MD knows who he would give that thing to. No, that's not good. Okay, you also have to ensure that when you are bringing in people, you see, the entry process into a music team is very, very important. You have to pray, you have to talk to them. There are some times that if you observe certain people in the point of entry, you know that this person may be gifted, but they will give you problem. Now, I'm not going to say you should not take them, but you need to be careful from that entry point. Now, somebody comes to join your choir, for example, joins your band, and you make your findings, and you discover that this person has been in 5 music teams in the last 4 years or in the last 3 years. They've been going from place to place, and it's not like they are relocating or changing location. They've just been moving base. Or this particular drummer or keyboardist was the keyboardist for so artist 1 year, and then 2 years after moved to another artist. And then because the person is talented and is good, you bring them into your team without finding out why are they jumping from pillar to post. There are some music team members that they were in a particular music team and they ran away from discipline. They did something there. They wanted to discipline them. They ran away. They came to you. You were the shelter and the refuge.
You collected them. Sorry for using the word collect as if they're property, but yeah, you collected them. You don't find out what did they do. You did not find out, okay, why did this person leave that choir, leave that band? Why are they changing teams? So don't allow people's gifts to cloud your judgment so that you don't ask the necessary question. Why are you moving from place to place? Because these are the people that will sow seeds of indiscipline in your team. Because they are people that they have bad attitude. So you want to find out from their pastor, find out from their MD what happened. Why did this person leave? Why did you discipline them? Because somebody, they'll come and tell you, you know what, oh no, that choir, they are not serious. The MD does not, the pastor does not. Listen to what they have to say, but go and do your own findings and dig deep. Because when you bring in people like that into your team, you are setting up yourself for failure. Whatever it is that they are complaining about, that the other pastor or the other MD did, just give it a few months or a few years. You will be the same victim. They will start complaining about you again. All right, so you want to pray and be sensitive. You want to look at people's character. You want to watch their body language. You know, when you correct them, that's why I say during the audition process, don't just listen to them. Take them through a process. Maybe through a class or something. When you correct them at that beginning, that's the reason why some music teams put people on probation. They want to watch you for like 1 or 2 months. I know some people don't like it, but it's the reason why. Because when you watch their attitude, you say, okay, this person does not do well with correction. When you correct them, they're like, no, I know what I'm singing. I'm the one that backs up for, I back up for Marvin Sapp. I back up for Fred Hammond. What are you trying to tell me? I've sang at the experience. No. These are things are done. People like that are going to give you problems. Take it from somebody who has led music teams and bands for a while. People like that will give you a problem because their issue is not their skill. They have an attitude issue. Their attitude, their character is going to cause you a lot of problems. So you want to be careful. All right. And as a leader, you have to understand that the team eventually would look like you. So if you want a team to be filled with love, then you have to mirror love. You have to show love to people. You have to be kind with your words. You have to show love in your attitude. You have to be close to your team members. Play with them. Don't be the lion of the tribe of your choir, of your band. Yes, there are times to put your foot on the ground. But there are times where you play with people, you know. Sometimes you chat them up. Sometimes you play with them. Sometimes you buy them stuff, crack jokes. Show love. All right. Let it be that they know that you are caring. You care about them. You love them. If you want a team to be filled with love, don't start sowing seeds of discord among the people. Don't start saying things that will make people to start having, gossip and keeping malice here and there. Don't start saying words like, these people, if you are not serious, I have other people, I will come and bring them to this choir right now. Why are you singing like you don't have sense? That I know that sounds extreme, but there are leaders, there are music teams where they have leaders that say words that actually hurt the members. And when you hurt the people, they will give that hurt back to you and it will manifest in so many ways. So be careful. Now, when you start noticing that people are backbiting, keeping malice in your choir, preach about it, teach about it. Okay? Teach it. Let people know that it is wrong. Because some people, they love keeping malice. It's not about choir. In their personal life, on their street, in their school, in their place of work, keeping malice is their hobby. They love when they are gisting about people. They love to talk about people. So you need to teach. While I believe that your church is teaching about that, you as well as a leader of the team needs to teach that, look guys, the Bible says in Psalm 133 that, oh, how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. He said it's like the oil that flows from the head of Aaron down to his birds, down to his skirt. He said, dear God has commanded the blessing. So you see, the unity in a team confers on it a certain dimension of anointing and blessing. That's one thing I've learned from that scripture. So you need to teach your people that, look, don't start saying, if somebody wrongs you, if you feel that somebody did something against you in the choir, go and talk to the person. Don't tell a third party. Don't say, can you see what so and so person did? No, tell that person directly that you said this. Is that what you meant? I felt hurt by what you said. I felt hurt by what you did. Let them explain themselves. Now, if that person is not owning up to what they did, okay,
let the person now bring it to you, but not to another person. You see, because when you start reporting somebody to another choir member, they will start interpreting it. That thing will start spreading, and you don't know. By the time you even make up with that person, the places where the matter has gone to, you won't be able to take it back. So it's critical that you teach these things to your members. Okay, create structures of love in your team. Sometimes tell people, sometimes I tell people, you know what, check on other people during the week. And when they come to rehearsal, I ask them, okay, so who did you ask? Who did you check on this week? Did you chat somebody up and say, how are you doing? Did you pray for someone? You see, because it's very difficult for you to start fighting the person you are praying for. By the time you ask them how they are doing and they open up, oh, I'm facing this challenge and blah, 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 you know that, oh, this person, the attitude that they brought at rehearsal, it's not that they're a bad person. Something is happening in their place of work that is making them cranky. They can't manage it. Yeah, they are human. So you pray for them, help them if you can. Some people, the reason why they are cranky at rehearsal is because they are hungry. So you want to say, okay, let me see what I can do to help. Let me probably do something. Okay, so talk to people, be close, create that culture. Let people be close to people. Don't allow your team to have cliques and class. When we are the posh girls, these ones are the Lapo babes, these ones are the Nepo babes. We are the ones that use human ear. These ones, they do all back. You'll be amazed at how some things happen in music teams, and these things cause problems. So don't allow it. Don't have people in your choir that you give special treatment to because they are the ones that have more money and they're the ones that contribute to the economy of the choir. Yeah, celebrate them, appreciate them, but they are in the same class as others. Don't now give that person the mic to go and lead a song because it's the one that dropped money for the last choir concert that you had. No. Give that person the mic to lead the song because he or she can lead the song. Because people will know, everybody in the choir knows that this person can sing, this person can't sing. And when you give someone that can't sing the mic to lead the song, they are wondering why. Oh, because he's his wife, because he's her husband, because they stay in the same room, because that person is an investor in his business. So people realize this thing. So don't allow those things to happen in your team. I hope you are getting these things clear. These are the things that cause a lot of fights in music teams. Now, when there are moral failures in your team, how do you handle it? One thing you must do is that don't deal with the issue. Don't mess the person up. So let's say in your choir something happened. Somebody was caught in a club. Somebody was caught smoking, drinking. Somebody was caught womanizing, sleeping around, even got pregnant and all of those things. You see, one of the things you need to understand is that humans are humans, right? Now that person has messed up. So what you want to do is that you don't want people to start talking bad about that person, because what you need is restoration. Because if you kill that person with your words and with the way you handle that matter, you have lost it. So God lost that person's soul. God doesn't like what they did. Maybe the person stole money. I've seen MDs that used church instruments to go and borrow money, stole church instruments, did a lot of stuff. Call them to order, warn them. Talk to them, put them under mentorship. Some people, you need to quarantine them. So, you know what? You are a good person, but because of the things you are dealing with, you are using choir's contribution to go and play sporty bets. You are doing these things. So let's put you aside. Let's get you mentored. Let's get you sorted out. We will not allow you to mingle with everybody or even go up on stage, because we don't want the church to think that we are endorsing your bad habit. They saw you when you went to that strippers club. They saw it as different babes come and go from your house every weekend. We want to let them know that we don't endorse this attitude, but we are going to disciple you till you get restored. So don't now stand that person up before the audience, before the choir, and say, see this brother, he's a gigolo. How do you call it? This person, he's a farmer. He's sowing seeds everywhere. What you have done is that you have made that person's life to be a ridicule before the people. And the amazing thing is that some people that are doing the same things or worse in your team, that is just that they've not been caught. And you have now lost that soul, because the person will not be in trauma. They will not run away from the church entirely. You see, anybody can mess up. Look at what David did. David took a man's wife, killed the man. But when God sent his prophet to come and say, guy, you are wrong, what did he do? He humbled himself. He repented. He was restored.
God told Jonah, go and preach to Nineveh. He said, no, if I preach to them now, I know you're a merciful God. You will forgive them. And that's what happened. Those ones called for a fast. God cancelled what he said he was going to do to them. God is always about people being restored. I don't know why humans, you just want to see people crash. Yes, you want to see them crash. This person, you want to be able to say, yes, I said so. I said so. No, that's not the Spirit of God. All right. So you want to ensure that is how you handle when you have cases of moral failures in your team. Of course, there are different degrees of moral failures. I've handled a couple of, people, issues like that. There are different degrees of moral failures. There are some where you can talk to them. There are some where you pass them up to higher order. There are some where you send them away from the team entirely so that they don't pollute everybody. Now, people have asked many times that do you need to have codes, written down rules, do's and don'ts in the choir? Really, I don't personally subscribe to that. Please, personally, and I'm going to tell you why. I believe that by the time you start telling people do this or don't do this, they are obeying sets of rules. That thing is not yet part of them. Don't come late. If you come late, you pay 5,000 naira. If you come late, you go and pray for 5 hours. So what happens is the person starts equating prayer with suffering. You may even say, well, it's not 5K. I'm rich. I earn 1.5 in a month. There are 4 rehearsals in a week. I will come late. I will drop 20K. In fact, I will top it up for them. I'll make it 50. Doesn't mean. But by the time you teach people, so what you need to do is that you want to build a culture of coming early. So how do you build culture? You teach them why they have to be on time. Build a culture of scoring songs, of being disciplined, of sitting down when the sermon is going on. Build those. How do you build culture? You teach them. Don't give them rules. Don't give them do's and don'ts. Teach them why they should do this, why they should do that. Let them see the vision of the team. Let them see the culture needed to achieve that vision. And then start monitoring them and say, okay, do this. So they may falter for a few weeks, a few months. You correct them, you bring them back. You can give rewards if you want to, but don't let people do things because of rewards. Because the day the rewards stop, their attitude will stop. You see, I've been under leadership, my pastor where he built in us a culture of timeliness. I built that culture. Anywhere I get to, even when everybody is coming late, I'm always there on time. If I don't come on time, the people are wondering what happened. This guy always come. Sometimes I'll be the only one to come early, but you know what? I'm going to ensure that I won't allow people coming late to affect me. Why? Because I don't need rules. I understand why I must score my songs. I understand why I must come early. I understand why I must dress nice. I understand why I must sit down during the message. I understand these things. When you understand these things, they become part of you. Anywhere in the world you go to, you replicate that culture. I'm going to stop there. Okay, there are more things I can go deeper and deeper. All right, if you want me to go deeper with your team, maybe you are having a lot of issues in your music team. You want me to, go take them one-on-one. You want me to be able to explain certain things to them and help you, through the process of handling grievances and frictions in your team. Reach out to me. Let's have an exclusive session with your team. Right? Till the next episode, I celebrate you and I love you. Bye for now.